Hello, it's Mr. Shrum, and I am back again with the anatomy physiology walkthrough tutorial. And we finished up anatomy last time we were together. Now we're going to start with physiology, and it's all really interconnected. And you'll soon find out that we're going to be talking about similar things, just in different ways. And this first unit lesson is about cell function. So let's get into what a cell does. Have you ever looked around and wondered what we are made up of? Like what's going on inside our very bodies? Cells are known as the basic unit of life. All living things or organisms are made up of these tiny little cells. Cells do many things. Humans may have hundreds of types of cells. All living things are made up of cells, even something tiny as an ant or as large as a whale. As the smallest unit in the living organism, cells are capable of all of life's processes. When several cells are combined together, they form tissues. Then when many tissues are combined together, they form organs. And when organs come together, they form organ systems. Our bodies are made up of all different kinds of cells, including bone cells, muscle cells, nerve cells, skin cells, and more. Although there are many types of human cells, they all have these same basic components. In this lesson, you will learn the anatomy of a cell. Plasma membrane is the thin layer of protein and fat that surrounds the cell. It is the material that divides the inside of the cell with the outside. This plasma membrane is semi-permeable. That means it allows some things in, but it also blocks other things from coming in. It's permeable, but only somewhat. That's why they have semi in front of it. Cytoplasm is the material within a cell, namely all the organelles within a cell and the thick jelly-like fluid that surrounds them. It contains the materials necessary for chemical reactions and is the cell's atmosphere. It enables the cell to grow, live, and reproduce. The nucleus. This is the spherical shape at the center of a cell, really. And it's the prime organelle. It's the brain or control center. And it's surrounded by a nuclear membrane and contains thick fluid similar to cytoplasm, but it's called nucleoplasm. Most cells contain one nucleus. However, skeletal muscles have multiple nuclei. So nucleus is a single nucleus. If there are more than one nucleus, you call it nuclei. Note, just what I just said, yeah. The nucleus contains a nucleolus and chromatin. The nucleolus and chromatin determine what a cell will look like and how it will function. The chromatin houses genetic material, including DNA. DNA stands for deoxyribonucleic acid. It contains the genetic makeup of a cell and blueprint for creating new cells. And here you have the picture of a human cell. Organelles are like tiny little organs for cells. They are the components of a cell within the cytoplasm. And there are several types of organelles within a cell. They operate like microscopic little organs to keep the cell healthy and each one has a specific function. The following are the main organelles found within human cells: endoplasmic reticulum, ribosomes, Golgi complex, lysosomes, peroxisome, vacuoles, and centrioles, mitochondria, cilia, and flagella. The endoplasmic reticulum, also we call that the ER, is a flattened sac-like structure that acts as a tunnel in the cell. The endoplasmic reticulum is located throughout a cell, and there are two types, rough and smooth. Rough contains ribosomes, smooth does not. So think of the R in rough going with ribosomes. Rough ribosomes. And ribosomes are the smallest and most abundant organelles in a cell. These guys make protein. The Golgi complex is also known as the Golgi apparatus. They are the flat sacs closest to the outer edge of the cell. They sort, package, and transport proteins and fat. Lysosomes are phagocytic, which means they kill or destroy. Lysosomes contain enzymes and function to destroy damaged organelles and protect the cell from foreign substances. They're like the bodyguards. Peroxisomes are most prevalent in the kidney and liver. They also contain enzymes and function to help break down fat or other chemicals. Vacuoles are organelles that function as storage containers. So think of if you've ever heard of a vacuum, something being in a vacuum, that is a space. Think of vacuoles as big spaces. They have a single membrane and their sole job is storage. Centrioles are tubular structures and occur in pairs. These are important for cells to divide and make new cells. Mitochondria are organelles that make energy. There's a meme about them. They are referred to as the powerhouse of the cell. They can vary in shape and size, and they contain their own ribosomes and DNA. Mitochondria, the story behind mitochondria and how they kind of do their own thing within our body is really interesting. And if you want to study more about mitochondria, I can show you some resources, but they're very special. Cilia and Flagella are hair-like appendages on the interior of the cell that contains cytoplasm. Their purpose is to move and transfer materials. Cilia are shorter and work together like oars on a boat, while flagella are longer and use a whip-like motion to move. Conclusion. At a microscopic level, cells perform a variety of functions. All the parts of the cell work together to keep the cell healthy and functioning properly. And that's that. So I hope you guys learned something in that little bit of info dropping. And I will see you guys next time to talk more about cells. Have a good one. See you all later.